29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10.
Hello, my fellow travelers, nomads and wanderers, and welcome to the very first episode of A Traveler's Life, a podcast dedicated to the wonders of travel, self-discovery, and the pursuit of a life less ordinary. I'm your host, John, a nomad for over 38 years, with 7 of those years spent as an international wanderer. Along the way, I've embraced the lens as a photographer, shared the wisdom and teachings of yoga, and learned a great deal about myself. But I'm not just a traveler. I'm a storyteller, a photographer, a yoga teacher, and a writer. I'm here to share my journey, insights, and the wisdom I've gathered along the way with each of you. So grab your snacks and buckle up, because we're about to embark on an incredible adventure together. Before we start with today's episode, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor. I chose an extraordinary sponsor for this episode, one that I have known personally for the last 8+ years. The company, Heather's Choice, is owned by, you guessed it, Heather Kelly. Heather created this company in Alaska, and they just celebrated their 9th year in business. Heather's Choice is a backpacking food company with a focus on healthy foods created sustainably. While studying at Western Washington University, Heather earned a degree in evolutionary nutrition and attended the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, where she became a certified eating coach. Heather believes we all have a connection with food and that it's essential to cultivate a healthy, satisfying relationship with our diet for long-term health. As an outdoor enthusiast and an advocate for healthy nutrition and sustainable farming practices, you'll often find Heather out in the wilds of Alaska, either picking blueberries or pack rafting down the rivers and enjoying everything the Alaskan wilderness offers, or playing with food in her home kitchen. Heather is also an advocate and a mentor for women-owned businesses. Leading workshops and helping guide other women in business, Heather has been a steadfast advocate for small business owners for over 9 years. She has been a mentor to me in many ways as well. I am honored to be a partner with her company. As a plant-based traveler, finding healthy, nutrient-rich foods I can eat while out in the world is often difficult. But I don't have to worry about quality or taste when I have Heather's Choice food in my pack. I add hot water and have a healthy and nutritious meal. And her pack room flavors are also scrumptious and make the perfect healthy snack for when you don't want a full meal. Click the link in the description below. They currently offer free shipping on orders over $99. And if you still need to decide which item you want, try one of the sampler packs. They come with breakfast, dinner, and snack options. Thank you, Heather, for all you do for travelers, hikers, and backpackers. Your food keeps us nourished and ready for every adventure. Now, let's get back to the podcast. Allow me to share the story behind a traveler's life. You see, I started this venture to reveal the beauty of travel, not just in the picturesque landscapes, but in the healing it brings to the mind and spirit. As a nomad, travel became my solace, my way to find strength and endless inspiration. In 2010, I created a photography company open to explore the world through my lens. I began working in Austin as a wedding photographer, but from there I transitioned into being a firefighter and an EMT to further my travel goals. In 2014, I started my journey of international exploration in Iceland, and from that day, I was hooked. And in 2015, I learned the art of yoga, how it healed my mind and body, and how it allowed me to cope with my anxiety about being in public. I spent the next 5 years on a whirlwind adventure of over 20 countries on 4 continents. 13 years of capturing the world's beauty through a lens taught me the art of storytelling through imagery. My journey as a yoga teacher deepened my connection with the self and the world around me, and in 2018 I became a 200-hour certified yoga teacher. My love of writing and expressive poetry has allowed me to connect with the world around me as well. I bring this multifaceted perspective to you in a traveler's life. As a writer, I'm working on 2 books. I find inspiration in the diverse cultures, landscapes, and people I encounter. Each chapter of my life becomes a part of these stories, and through this podcast, I aim to share those narratives with you, painting a picture of the places I've been and the people I've met through video and audio storytelling. Recently, I introduced the concept of this life of freedom. And this isn't just about digital or affiliate marketing or online work. It's a testament that numerous avenues exist to sustain your travel. While exploring, you can earn through content creation, self-marketing, and collaborations with companies. The key lies in learning and taking the steps necessary to carve your unique path. If you want to learn more about those steps, click the link below this podcast and sign up for my email list. And I will send you my free ebook, 5 Steps to a Life of Freedom. Inside of there, I outline my journey through learning and show you a path that will allow you to succeed in every aspect of your business and personal life. Each week, I will share my wisdom from my travels, offering essential tools, discussing mesmerizing destinations, and sharing my personal experiences. Whether you're an avid traveler, a photography enthusiast, a yoga practitioner, or someone captivated by the written word, this podcast is your companion in this extraordinary journey to a life of freedom. As I wrap up this first episode of A Traveler's Life, I want to thank each of you for tuning in. Your presence here today means a lot to me. Remember, this journey we're on is not just mine, it's ours. So please hit the subscribe button, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback fuels this podcast, and together we can create something remarkable. If you believe in the spirit of exploration, yearn for freedom, and want to embark on a life-changing journey, then this podcast is for you. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories, practical tips, and the unwavering belief that the freedom of travel can be yours. I will create a new episode each week and make it available on Sundays. That way you have an inspiring story to begin your week. Patreon subscribers will have access to a midweek mini episode on something that I have found inspiring that week. Whether it's a new book, a new opportunity to learn, or just some inspiring quotes I read. This midweek release will only be available on my Patreon page. Once again, thank you for being here. I'm John, your host, traveler, photographer, yoga teacher, writer, and all-around chief storyteller, and I can't wait to have you back on the next episode of A Traveler's Life. Until then, safe travels, and may your journey be long and full of adventures.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again.